All right, how are we doing today, folks? We are live once again, jumping in to some more Starfield with the Star Wars Genesis mod. I've been enjoying it so far, more than the base vanilla Starfield. But seems like the further I get into it, the glaring issues of Starfield are still rearing their ugly head, like the sparse areas and stuff like that. But we'll see how that progresses. I did get could not get into my TIE fighter bug fixed last night. After the stream, I just ended up spawning in a new one, and it seems to be working just fine now. Haven't had any issues, and I was doing a few little things today. Get some missions done on Geonosis so I don't have to go back there and risk getting the loading screen, infinite loading screen bug. But we're going to continue on here. Going to start the main, or not start, but continue the main quest line here. And after we're done with this part, we might go do this deep cover to go to the Imperial Star Destroyer and do that part of the main mission. So we're working on this one here first, and then we'll go do that one afterward. As always, I am Wictincei. This is Entrancingly Mediocre Gaming. We'll stop wasting time, though. We're going to jump into it here.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. Though I was a bit caught off guard when the commander of the Imperial fleet asked me how things were going as I was headed up the elevator. Hadn't realized you were Imperial fleet this whole time.
I try not to brag about it. Well, now we've both kept something from one another. Yep.
Suppose that makes us even then. Though, in the spirit of full disclosure, there is one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
Oh, God.
My relationship with the Empire, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The Empire's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time Imperial Admiral of the Empire during the Civil War, former head of the Imperial Navy. They called him Victus, Woe to the Defeated in Old Imperial, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the Empire's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the Imperial military for generations to come.
And how'd that work out for him? What you doing, Zeus? Huh? What you doing, Kiki? It doesn't sound like they succeeded in securing that legacy. Are there others from your program still out there? Other clones? No, we'll do the... Doesn't sound like they succeeded.
No. They made a pretty grave miscalculation. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Rebel Alliance and Empire, military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're part of the reason the Empire and Rebel Alliance aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
What are you doing, Zeus? I need my mouse. Come on, kitty. I need my mouse. You're not your father. Cabinet doesn't see that. It's their problem, not yours. Not sure I could blame them. This family of yours doesn't sound like they were paragons of virtue. So you're using me to distract them? Yep.
It's not like that. You need to be here. You're the only other eyewitness. What you say up there matters. I just wanted to make sure you knew all the hurdles we're about to face.
Personally,
Phenomenal.
I can't blame you. It's not fair you have to suffer for your father's actions.
I mean, I'm no angel myself. But it would be nice to be able to live out of his shadow. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss?
Nope.
I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast.
Sliding, kitty.
Or
You're
if
sliding.
you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No
Nope.
telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
Get in there and get this mission over with, or this meeting over with.
Then I guess it's just
Yeah,
a
you're
matter
sliding.
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we
Oh
go.
boy. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Don't go trying to do any fancy tricks and
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Damn cat keeps pushing my microphone away from my face. Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency. Just following orders. Thanks, don't keep my ship fueled, ma'am. Just following orders.
Well, I'll be sure your commanding officer hears that you've done them satisfactorily. Now then, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories: Empire, Rebel Alliance, and the Sith. Now, Captain,
the Sith.
you all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Still trying to figure out what we're facing. Can't make an informed decision without data. Yep. That's probably the nice one, or the best one to go with. I'm just here to talk about what happened. Hadrian's the one with the grand plan. Yeah, we'll do the first one. Still trying to figure out what we're facing.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Supreme Leader, I object to the very premise of this meeting.
Of course you do.
While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, rat ghoul attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon.
They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the bounds
you
of
doing,
galactic
kitty?
diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Yeah, you tell
Let's
him.
keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this rat ghoul seem at all alarming to you?
You mean the big thing that killed everyone? Meow. Cat's just sitting on my lap looking up at me. Wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty
That
alarming.
is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Grand Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
There's a chance what happened could happen elsewhere. We need to grant the request. Personally, I would wait. Don't have enough information yet. Well, we don't really have much info other than the scan. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Agreed. We collect as much data as we can, then, when cooler heads prevail, we make an informed decision.
Yes, given what we've heard, I find myself in agreement, Captain.
No, the captain is precisely right. We could hardly be expected to make a galaxy-affecting decision on such scant evidence.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of
guy.
action you've requested.
Right here.
Perhaps.
What is up with him?
What was that?
Attention.
He's just standing there with his back to us.
Incident has occurred. Facility lockdown.
An incident has occurred.
Incident?
Not an incident.
Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport, Raccoons.
Raccoons. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Grand Admiral Batch, the local barracks can provide support.
Yeah, that music is extremely loud. Turn that down.
Make the order myself. Nearest anti-bio squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got.
Well, so you
You
want
two.
me to go do
We
the
can't
work?
risk those
Yep.
things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next shuttle there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right
Off we
behind
go.
you. Let's get down there.
All citizens are to avoid the spaceport.
Let's go kill us some more rat ghouls, shall we?
Now hit him with everything you got. Stop! We're trying to help you! Oh.
Alright. Now we talk to this person, I guess.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the rat ghoul's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming.
Crazy. Oh.
We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some rat ghouls, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the ghoul, you break the hold. But this means we're going to need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Someone comes at me, I'm putting them down. Are you suggesting rat ghouls can control someone's mind?
I'm not suggesting. It's documented behavior.
Oh,
The
alrighty then.
result of the projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. And some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them, but still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the rat ghoul.
Alright, well, let's get the
Let's do
fuck
it.
out of here. Why are we wasting
That's
time?
unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Don't worry, I'll kill minimal civilians.
Something's out there.
My God, no time to waste, Captain.
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
All right, I'm here. Glad I could be of assistance.
Wait. X-bots. Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, I've got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Alrighty, I'm not even gonna bother talking to them. Because chances are they'll probably get controlled and start shooting at me. And we don't need that now, do we?
There's another one.
Captain, you're going to be okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real. We have to put down that ghoul.
Alright, let's go kill the other one. Why do we got Darth Vader's music playing? Okay, next one's dead.
Target down. Nice work, Captain. It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
I need more ammo for this gun.
They weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
All in a day's work. And just remember who saved your tails. You all held the line. You're the heroes here, not us. No, all in a day's work.
Like hell it is. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the leader. Let her know the rat ghouls have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Okie dokie. Go back up there and talk to all the politicians. We dealt with your problem.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes.
Oh God, I must be overweight. Keep getting that pop-up. Running well encumbered. Oh shit, I am by 5 pounds. Is there anything I can drop that I don't need? Still debating on throwing that one on or not. All this Trade Federation shit can go away. Thought I dropped all that earlier, but apparently not. Now we're not overweight. Yeah, I did your dirty work for you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for Coruscant today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the rat ghouls, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
What else is doing here, Cat? Oh. All right. At the door meowing. Don't want to go out. All right. Thought the cat would just walk out, but apparently not. Agreed. Thank you. Better late than never, I suppose. Take my gratitude and credits. Real estate were luxury goods.
I had some ideas on that front, Captain, but we'll get to that.
Oh, that's
now,
the main thing on my mind.
After today's events,
is what's
the
in it for
cabinet has
this
decided
guy
to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Rak Ghul data from the archives.
Sweet.
As well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major.
And there you go, Major.
As soon as we've got the data in hand,
Where's
we
my
want you
promotion from
investigating these
Captain?
attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
You should be
yes.
Admiral now or something.
Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But, as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to
I don't get a
convince
promotion?
the Rebel
Well,
Alliance
fuck you.
and the Sith loyalists to agree.
Them bastards.
Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the Empire and all the galaxy are facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
You're sure that's the wisest course of action? I can't be your representative. I'm just some Imperial fleet nobody. Tell me what I'm getting first, and I'll consider it. That's me. Why not send a diplomat, someone trained for this sort of thing? Nope, tell me what I get out of it.
The very next item on my list. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. Get you access to those credits at real estate.
Yeah, that's what I want, credits in real estate.
So, will you help us?
Sure.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the office...
Oh, I hope. Oh, why am I on the starting screen? Looks like it reconnected. I don't know what that was all about. My OBS just crashed. Yeah, it looks like we're back live. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Good lord, freaking OBS just crashing out of the blue. Freaking phenomenal. Now I don't know if he's reconnected for the chat. Well, we'll see. Turn off the display capture, see if that fixes its issue. Since it's trying to grab two different captures at once. It could be what's causing the issue. All right, let's get back into it here. What are we doing?
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop
Chief Yassine, these orders can't be. Yes. Yes, sir. Consider it done. That must make you my Imperial Fleet Captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassin's second in command.
God,
I
did they use
heard you
AI
were
voices for the
instrumental in
mod?
protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also told the Supreme Leader wants us to get you into the Armistice archives as soon as possible, so we've got no time to waste. You know what the archives are, correct?
Nope, no clue.
It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories.
Empire, Rebel Alliance, and the Sith Loyalists. Now the Empire's already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people, the ambassadors of the Rebel Alliance and the Sith Zealots, to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
You'd think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack. They don't give a shit about the spaceport attack. That's the problem. No problem. Gonna need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pentothal. Yeah, sure, we'll do that one.
Very
Torture
funny.
some people.
This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here.
What?
Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with.
Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of the Rebel Alliance or Ambassador Balmor from the Sith?
I guess tell me about the first one first.
The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Civil War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work.
And if it doesn't?
Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
And what are these other tools? All right, tell me about these other tools then. Yeah, perfect.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze. The ISB has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convince to work with you.
That's all the info I need on him for the time being.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way.
And tell me about the other ambassador.
Ambassador Balmor's a challenge.
When the rest of the Sith retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmor stayed here.
He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again.
Though claiming to know how a member of the Sith thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
That actually sounds pretty promising. I'm sure he can reason with Sith are people just like us. Yep.
Well said. There's no reason to assume they're any worse than us, despite their cultural beliefs.
Of course. But there is another wrinkle.
Oh, Jesus, what now?
We're not 100% sure Balmor is actually still alive.
Well, then how the fuck am I supposed to do anything?
We're always rare. But it's been several years now since he last poked his head out.
What is he, a fucking
Scans
groundhog?
of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
I'll
have
track
no
him down.
doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Phenomenal.
Now, if you have additional questions,
So not
or
only do I
require
gotta find the
clearance for a new
dude, I
approach
gotta
we haven't
avoid
already
turrets
discussed,
and droids
don't
and
hesitate
shit.
to ask. I'd
Phenomenal.
suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
All right. Let's go do that one first.
Is there a type of weapon combat tech?
I'll go there quickly. Oh, that's the realty. Where is... So I wasn't there yet? Thought I was in the ambassador section already. All right, I guess we're walking.
Imperial Sunitada over Totalix.
Okay, whatever he just said.
Maybe we should stop for a moment at the memorial. You know, to pay our... Hard
Nope.
to believe it's been
I got shit to do.
decades since we were at war with the Collective.
I got things to see and people to do.
I'm going to be
Knock,
upfront
knock.
with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Free Star Collective. But you lead, and I'll
Can you
follow.
shut up?
Never
Jesus.
fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an GNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course.
Yeah, Mr. Long.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Better not, Mr. Long. Why such a long face?
Official business? Talk to the ambassador.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
I am the appointment. I'm here on behalf of the Galactic Empire. Need the Rebel Alliance's help. Captain Wictincei here, Imperial Fleet. You and I need to talk, Ambassador. You seem like a lady who wants to stop more Rankle attacks. Well, have I got a deal for you? Let's do the second one.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the
Hey, what's
space-
up, Henry? How you doing,
You have
man?
my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many
This
lives.
is the is Star
Now,
Wars.
She also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection.
Oh
That
god, what the
now
hell is
the
it? Star Wars
imps
Genesis
want Rackle
mod.
data from
Total
the
overhaul mod.
Armistice archives. Some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send
And the nice
you,
thing
local
is
hero,
it is
to
fairly
futilely
easy
beg
to
on their
install
behalf.
if you go to the dude's
me
website.
I've
Just
got
follow
that
the directions. You heard correctly. We need access to the archives. You need to help us, otherwise any more deaths are on your hands. No, they sent me to beg, please, please, pretty, please. Let's do the second one.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain.
The only threats you're facing are the 8-legged variety just outside your door.
There you go.
Now, can we please
Better than
stop
what I was
playing
gonna
games
say.
here? Lives hang in the balance.
I was just gonna say it wasn't a threat; it was a
lecture in
promise.
morality from the Empire. How quaint and short-sighted. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is
How
dangerous.
about a bullet between the
I
eyes?
will not be
Or, I'm
the
sorry,
one
a
responsible
blaster
for its release.
between
Now,
the eyes.
why don't you quit wasting my time and yours and go?
Persuade. Please, Ambassador, just listen to what I have to say. Yep,
You're really
we'll
gonna
persuade.
push this?
See if we can persuade her ass.
Alright,
We
I
did
will
max
give you
out
one
our
chance,
persuasion.
one to convince me. Understood.
Persuade.
I'm listening.
Oh, shit. I got 3 turns to get, what is that? 8? You were a soldier. It was your job to protect, and that's what we intend to do with this data. Shit. I do have a 50% chance for these to succeed. I don't know what the chance is off the rip, though. That's the problem. We'll try it. See if we get it. Oh,
The
we
cost
did.
of being wrong is a high one.
Your response to a possible crisis is inaction? Great plan. Sounds like a lot of places I used to work at. Very reactive instead of being proactive. Think we can get another 3?
You're not wrong. We do need to do something.
Now I need at least a 2, which means another 3. Are you willing to risk more deaths? Because that's what you're doing by not helping us.
Preventing
Ow,
more deaths
fuck.
is precisely what I'm trying to do by keeping the archives sealed. Captain, I'm
Well, I
sorry,
failed that
but
roll
my
of the
answer
dice.
is not changing. The Empire is just going to have to find another way. Now, I presume you can see yourself out.
Me. Alright, I guess it's time to, figure out how to get into her private residence. Which is where? I'm guessing that's what that is. Can't unlock master locks though either. Which means I probably can't get in that way.
This building is... Who's there?
No one. Not a soul. That's who's here. Oh, expert. I can't even open the vent. Well, shit. Huh? What? Hey, put your gun away. Aha.
That woman
Cameron
is
Long.
absolute.
Yeah, she is an absolute.
Sorry.
100%.
Oh, you're the Imperial captain, right? You know,
Maybe.
I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier.
Now, you did get lucky with the war zone down there. Just doing my duty. I have a lot of respect for the city and its residents. Unlike some people around here. Yep.
Heard that, huh? Yeah, the ambassador likes to treat us like family. And she doesn't care for most of them either.
Oh, Jesus.
But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally.
So she's
even
an
if she
equal
does have
opportunity
trained diplomats
hater.
here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Dantooine. So you should probably go speak to her.
Lie. We're aware of your skills, Mr. Long. It's why the Empire sent me to speak with you. Sounds like you could be doing a lot more. Like, working for me.
You want to work with me? Why don't we talk somewhere a bit more private?
Yo, stop pushing me. Well, we're gonna talk next to the vending machines in the corner? The last guy that took me somewhere where there's no one around tried to kill me, and I ended up killing him. Better not be the same thing here, buddy.
So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me?
God, she's glitching out in the back. We need help preventing more Rackle attacks. We're not expecting the ambassador's support. Well, we know we're not getting her support. Lie. Your file clearly states you're a top-notch diplomat. The Empire wants the best working for them. I'm not at liberty to say this came from the very top. Now we'll do the first one.
No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other city should have to go through what happened here. So then, what would you need from me?
Need you to give me the ambassador's archival access code. Get access to recorders without being seen. Get me the code.
Okay,
Damn.
First, you need her bio key, and
I take that as a no.
thing doesn't leave her side. Better chance of splitting the atom with a spoon than me getting that from her.
Okay. Then I need access to recorders.
Recorders. Huh. Oh, that's doable. And you and the Empire will be providing me with what for my services?
Good old pat on the back. The diplomatic office will bring you on as an operative. Put your real talents to use. Yeah, we'll give him 1,000 creds.
Oh, wait. I thought you were looking to hire me. Oh, I'm not taking a bribe.
Yes, we just need to go bigger than 8,000 credits. All right, let's lie.
Really? Okay, you've got yourself a deal.
Gullible fuck.
There's a
I just
utility
offered you
corridor
$1,000
that
and
leads
you
to
really
the ambassador's
expect me
quarters, which you can
to,
access through the main conference room.
Have them bring you on
Here,
as an operative?
The key. Whatever you do, don't let the guards see you entering or exiting the utility section, or you're gonna be in serious hot water.
Oh, is that where I was at?
Keep an ear out for more instructions from the Empire.
All right, where do I go for... excuse me there, buddy. My, this is nice wood here. Nice grain structure. Yes, I like it so much. Well, you can stay out there since you want to be playing tiddlywinks. I am currently trespassing. Alrighty. Oh, I can't get into her safe. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, I can't tell which way she puts her toilet paper on the roll. Ain't that some shit? Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to shoot the toilet paper.
Agent detected. Patching in playback.
Are you alright, Ambassador? It seems the Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again.
I wonder why.
You and I are stuck in this imperial rat cage until we die. But I think we might need to. We should expedite the process.
What are you getting at, ma'am?
I mean, my requests keep being rejected because they don't want to add a seat, right? But what if one opened up? The life is hard. In what it used to be.
So you're planning a murder.
It's not like anyone would miss him.
Eva, I think it's time to get some sleep.
Just think about it. Maybe we can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh?
Good night, Eva.
Jesus. Get me the hell out of here. seen nothing.
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain?
Yeah,
You're
but I
not
found
getting
some
access to
damning
the
evidence
archives.
against you. Now you better do what I want you to do. I know you're planning to replace someone on the Council of Governors.
Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't. There's evidence. I imagine bad things would happen if your bosses found out. The Empire's more powerful than you can imagine. We know all your secrets. Don't play dumb, Ambassador. It's embarrassing.
No. If the Council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of trust, no? So, perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can find a way to trust the Empire with access to the archives.
I like the way you think. Fine, but I want you to beg me not to turn you in? Oh, Jesus. You call that a negotiation without even offering me a gift? Yep.
But where are my manners? Here, my blaster from the Civil War. Custom made.
From the Civil
Now,
War?
With my error rectified, I presume we have a deal?
All right.
Good.
Now, what's your code?
I appreciate you working with me. Just like I'm sure our great powers will. In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding. I can only let you get the information on the Rak ghouls. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Rebel scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes. But those two items should be enough to allay any suspicions.
I can agree to those terms. That, plus my negotiation fee, seems like it should all work out just great.
What the hell are you... Ah, yes. How could I forget? Here, the fee. Now let's go get your code piece so you can be on your way.
Yes, let's. Ooh, $7 grand too? On top of a gun? What's the gun? What's the gun? Oh, only 88 damage. What the hell kind of piece of shit gun are you carrying around? My, won't they be surprised when I come back with the code from the person that they said I want to get the code from?
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, it's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all.
Thank you, Helpy Helperton. Now off to the next guy. Where the hell's the exit to this place? Elevator will...
Exactly. It's like when someone...
It's a shame House Maroon abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
Apply for a job. Raijin Industrial Kiosk. How many jobs do I need to take in this game? Holy shit. Hello? Yeah, look at the snake statues. Pretty cool. Are all the markings on it, though? Okay. I got work to do. I can't be looking at statues. What in the... overgrown plants and shit?
Well, this isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Yeah, you don't say. Inaccessible. Beware defenses. Great. So now we gotta deal with turrets and shit in here. A flamethrower. Oh shit, don't mind if I do. Oh, now I'm over encumbered. God damn it. Alright, well, we'll drop her gun because it's junk. It didn't bring me under yet. Drop that. That did bring me under. I have... not the ammo, because that's weightless. What is it that weighing so much from? That's 5 pounds. Oh, maybe it's the iron weighing me down. I gotta put all that crap into the spaceship. Put all that into the TIE fighter. How do I get one of them outfits?
I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our way. Damn, I was just getting warmed up.
Oh shit, turret! Fuck! And I can't lean in this game. Well, seems to only take one shot to take the turret out. That's good, I guess.
Might as well take what we can.
No turrets in here, so that's good. There's a reason every PC you have kills every heat leech we see. Oh, jeez. Well, no. Oh, God, where'd you come from? Ow. Ow. God damn. Those fuckers came out of nowhere. Alright. Question is, that's where I came in at. I can't go through there. looks like we have no choice but to come through this way. I could jump over that though, can't I? Oh my god, really? How the hell is that possible? But sure, we'll go with that. God damn! Well, the shotgun sucks. Go back to the pistol. That seemed to do better than the damn shotgun. I can't see shit in here. Well, this is where I killed those two guys at, so where the... What? We're just going around in circles now. Guess I probably should not have jumped over that tree. I need to go this way. The turret. Power switch. Throw power. Oh, right. Oh, god damn it. Look what happens when you want me to turn the damn power on. There's another one over there, too. Gladly take the ammo. Lady, you almost got shot. Not even gonna lie to you. This is probably leads to nothing. Yep, inaccessible. Alright, I guess up through the spores again. Jesus. That bird out of there. Couldn't even see the damn thing and it was already shooting at me. Another one. Kind of just shooting in the dark here. Oh god, where'd you come from? Whoa! You can jump, but the other ones couldn't? Running out of ammo on my guns. Not good. No ammo. Alright, and this is the hacking in the game. Just your standard Starfield hacking. That one can go there. That one doesn't work. Not going to work here either. Nope. Hey. Well, that could do those two. That could do that one, so we'll do that. That one can go there. And then there's 3 left. Doesn't reach. I'll get rid of those two, though. Won't, because I can't put that in. It only gets rid of what it can put in. That blows. Well, then we got to do that there. This one there. Perfect. Security computer. Definitely want to hack into this. This doesn't look like it goes anywhere on this first row. And doesn't look like it goes anywhere on the second row either. So that's one that we don't need. One doesn't go anywhere up here. And nothing on any of these either on that one. God damn it. So there's two that we don't need on this one. That could do those. I need this one and those two, which is probably this. And this one. I can do that one there. No, that's not going to work. This go anywhere? Pretty sure this was a no-go when I looked. Yeah. Okay, so that is a no-go. So's that one. Oh, no, that one can go there. Sweet. Okay, so I just need those two, which should be that one. Done. Update friendly foe. Calibrate. Yeah, protect me. Thank you. Through all that ammo, so hopefully I don't need to worry about it anymore, and hopefully all the person stuff in here now will ignore us. That's a plant, not a turret. This is where I killed all these guys at. Where am I supposed to go then? We now go down below to that inaccessible door. This open, but there's absolutely nothing in here. Okay. Hopefully this door down here. Oh, yep, there's the intercom. Basement must eliminate. Okay. Guessing the security measures and the recalibration only mattered for that floor.
Give it your best shot. Show me what you've got. I didn't stock up on junk.
So now you come out.
Seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never
Got anything in here for me to take?
Emperor's designs for us. You have my thanks and my apologies.
No ammo in here, no nothing, really.
Come, let us discuss.
Overlord. Ooh, 3,700 credits. Gladly take them. A VHS tape.
Antique videotape. I guess they are antiques nowadays, huh? I did not just steal your credit. Your one sole credit you had laying there.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely
Dune Awakening
functioning
goes live in the morning.
intercoms.
It does. It goes live in the
I
afternoon
do
for me,
greatly
and I will be in
appreciate
that
your
tomorrow,
persistence.
most of the day, probably.
I suspect the venom
So
tree
we'll be streaming
upstairs
that
has
tomorrow.
worked itself into more systems
So I
than
appreciate
I
you hanging out,
realized.
Henry.
But then again, who could
Hopefully
cage
we'll
such
catch
a
you in
beauty?
another one.
Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge, and then silence. Has the rest of Coruscant suffered quite so badly?
Spaceport's in rough shape. Everywhere in the city is in better shape than this dump. Jesus. A power surge? Is that what happened here? Did you say that thing pouring out clouds upstairs is called a venom tree? Spaceport's in rough shape.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Emperor's will that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the Empire, that much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door? And the broadcast spoke of rat ghouls at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and...
Well, I want to see you cheerleading.
An archive code. So, the Empire requires information then? On rat ghouls, presumably. Do I see this all clearly?
You think if this dude's supposed to be the Sith ambassador, they would have at least skinned him to be Sith. Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks. We're going to ensure something like this never happens again. Your code to do it. Bingo! Hand over your code so I can get out of this place. We'll do the first one.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement.
I just
For
killed
years, the Sith
everything
have been
down
known
here so
only
you can
as
get
an
out.
Agent of slaughter. We came here with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure our Sith legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
You don't need my insurance. Independent observers will verify that it's used responsibly. That's my word means shit, apparently. That's an impossible request. I can't know how exactly this will all play out. You're just an old man in a basement. You don't get to tell me what to do, Ambassador. Knowledge can't be evil? What about the knowledge of, say, gunpowder? Let's do the first one.
We'll do everything we can to make certain that happens.
Well, then I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
You mean that machine back there? Come on, let's go.
Error. Biometric
Come on.
key required.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
Woohoo! Got the second code. Now get the hell out of here. Oh, I can't take the easy way out? What the hell? run back through all this shit. Why couldn't there have been an elevator down there? God, they didn't line it up right. I can see down under the map. Who's that standing down there? Alright, can I just fast travel instead of running the whole way? Return to interstellar affairs. Up and away! Yeah, I got both codes.
Captain, I just received a couple messages from an operative in the embassy office. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? Was he alive? Did they both actually agree?
Code pieces of Sith and the Rebel collected and ready to be deployed. It was harder than expected. Yes, all parties are on board. You gave me a job, I got it done. Yep.
Indeed. And we've no time to waste. Though I'm eagerly looking forward to hearing how exactly you pulled it all off. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the Imperial monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the Imperial code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza, across from Mast.
All right, off I go.
Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Sure. Whatever you say. So what you're saying is I shouldn't whip my dick out and start pissing all over everything.
Oh.
Mark my territory, you know, like a cat and a dog. Alright, archive room it is. Nope, screw you. We're Imperial.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. All codes verified. Unlock engaged. You may proceed.
Number 18. Okay, thanks, bye. All that for that? Jesus. Well, fast travel, I don't feel like running the whole way. Should just be able to take this back up again.
You didn't hear this from me.
There you are.
Yes,
Captain.
here I am.
Surprised to find out we're having visitors as we work.
Major Sinan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests.
Now, Captain, if you
Of
wouldn't
course they
mind
will be.
transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
You may take possession of the Rat Ghoul data. Here, glad to get rid of the damn thing. Made someone a promise, Hadrian. Can you assure me this data will be used for good? Let's do... Yeah, we'll do the first one.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Genesis, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Should even be able to house its own cadre of independent observers. Though it sounded like the agent had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Woohoo!
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
I got my citizenship.
Seems like the shadow
damn.
collection is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus.
Not
through
that
the
I
galaxy.
know what that
They
means,
like to
but...
set up shop in old facilities.
Hot
places
damn!
abandoned in the Clone Wars. That way they can strike.
My God, they got dog racing in Star Wars too, huh?
Excuse me.
Can you walk any
Keep your
slower?
hands where I can see them.
Motherfucker, I'll shoot you in the head.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP in A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid in MS. But at least then we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, am I right?
What the fuck is any of that?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the Galactic Empire?
Remind me again why I'd want to become a citizen?
Well, only citizens can own property in Coruscant. We also pay a discounted rate at any Imperial merchant. And all citizens receive an ample credit disbursement upon joining.
Ah, nice. Sure, let's do it.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand.
Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the Galactic Empire.
Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Sure, whatever. Fine, I
Then,
will.
Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the Galactic Empire as a full citizen.
Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation.
We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property.
Now, the other item we needed to discuss.
5,000
There's a
is
member
your
of the
substantial
Empire who's
payout.
asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the rat ghouls. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name.
So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
Ask for me by name? Who you talking
I'm
about?
sorry. I can't share any more without your word.
What you talking
Do I
about,
have
Willis?
it?
Sure, I'll take
Let's
it in my
hope it
grave.
never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Whatever the hell any of that means. Subsection 7. Where is that one? That's up our hacking.
What? Oh, sorry.
So the basement? Was that where I got called to? Is Milton down here? Milton, are you down here trying to find your stapler?
This place even existed. The UC certainly excels at keeping secrets.
Milton, is that you?
Authorized entry, unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
That's fine, they can wait out here.
You go on ahead.
You can take my weapons, that's all I care about. Because I don't know. Oh god, I got no fucking ammo for anything.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom.
Oh my god, is that... Is that the dude they cloned her from? Are you the dude that cloned her? Oh god, I think it is.
Supreme Leader Abello was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
You look so familiar. You were in a movie or something, I know it. Nope, can't say I do. Given the amount of security, I'd say you're someone pretty important or dangerous. Guy who can afford a place with a view, clearly. Yep, definitely number 3.
Receptive. I like that. I'm Francois Fanon.
Oh my god, it is.
Know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Galactic Civil War. One of its great villains, if you believe the data pads. I was to be executed for my crimes. But the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here. A sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the Empire.
My god, the Emperor's been lying all this time. Definitely one of the chattier ghosts I've met. Sanan? That's Hadrian's last name. Empire faked your death? We'll do the chattier ghosts I've met.
I want to help you, and my progeny Hadrian, prevent more attacks. Though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
She told me she's your clone, yes.
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
Oh, really, do you? Fine, I'm listening. It's too bland. Adrian and I are doing just fine on our own. Fuck you, buddy. Not every day I get the chance to work with a man living in a fish tank. Keep talking. Think I'm gonna do that one, be a smartass.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the Empire has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Civil War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Oh God, why does everyone always need something? Why can none of this ever be, hey, you want this? Here you go. Jeez. Alright, not sure I like the sound of this. Track down war criminals? People like you? Yeah, just spit out what you want.
Gladly. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the Galactic Empire's more problematic lines of research. Droid weapons were his speciality. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. But when the Civil War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able.
Wait.
I'm not expecting you'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
If you know where he's at, why do I have to track him down? How about you tell me where he's at and I just go there? How about I arrest him and turn him over to the Empire? How do I know you're not asking me to kill an innocent man?
Speak to Deputy McIntyre. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that someone might be tying up this loose end at long last. Though I would ask you, do not make the mistake of confusing me for a simple cutthroat. Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria, Wendell System. There's a star station in the vicinity. Port Haven, the head of the local Imperial fleet, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Alright, off I go. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
You had to verify my identity for me to leave? Go here and do the optional talk to what's her face.
Yeah.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
There's an executed war criminal in your basement. I was not prepared for that. I don't see what the big deal is. Some old guy living in your basement. I could do that. Yeah, I was not prepared
Surprised
for
me too when I learned it. But the prisoner has proven useful over the years, and kept far from any major decision-making. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No one else can know about this. All right?
that. What if I tell his clone daughter? Why hasn't anyone told... Why hasn't Hadrian been told about this?
The Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information, and she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, very important work. Which is why I need you to keep this to yourself.
I'll keep it to
Good.
myself.
Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us.
Hey, I'm
Now,
not crazy.
Was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing?
The prisoner asked me to deal with a doctor Orlays. Figured you and I should discuss. I'm gonna be a hitman. First target, Reginald Orlays. Yeah.
We're not big on extrajudicial killings.
But bringing Orlays to justice, that man's been on the run for a long time. Catching him would be a major success for the Empire.
What do you do?
What's being offered in return?
What do you do?
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
That's it.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain.
You guys want him in alive and he
remind
wants
you
him
of the
dead.
importance of discretion.
Loitering is a Class 5 penalty.
Loitering is a Class 5 penalty. Shit. Where am I to go? Up there. To the Wendell system.
We lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Port Haven. Board, please. Why am I still sitting here? Why am I still sitting here? Oh my goodness. Reload the autosave, it did. And we'll try that again. Okay, board. Oh, it did it again. Is it because she's standing right there? I really should go back to the other ship. This is nothing but issues. Can I roll this? Get her the fuck away from there.
Welcome to the den. If you have business, feel free to land.
I do got business. As long as I can get the fuck off my ship. Fuck, she's standing there again. God damn, look at them eyes. Undock. Gotta move. She's freaking out behind my chair, apparently. Forward. God damn it, I still didn't get up. Oh my god, what's she doing? Right in my face? Alright. How do I get rid of her? Ship. Peru. You. Firm. Now, did that make her sit down somewhere? Or is she still going to be standing right next to me?
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Yeah, you say that. Oh my god, I'm getting up. Ah, that worked. Look, what's up, gamer? What questionable things was she trying to do to me? She was riding my face. Where's my hatch to get the fuck out? Where's my hatch to get the fuck out? Alright, I guess I'll sit back down and, we'll board. I did just click board. Why did it not put me on if I can get up? Oh, my flashlight doesn't work in here. That's good. Let me out! Alright, I might have to get rid of this TIE fighter. It's, nothing but a pain in the ass.
All green on release.
Oh god, there she
We're
goes
free to
again.
fly.
Try one more time to enter this place. If it doesn't let us up again, we're going back and swapping ships. Forward. Fuck, it's not letting me up. She is fucking going crazy on my face again. Alright. Oh, I didn't want to save. I wanted to load it. Fuck me. Well, we'll have to fly back there, but we're not going to go there first. We're going to swap ships out. God, do I have an infinite loading screen? Oh, there it goes. Okay. I need to go to the spaceport so I can swap ships out. What I need to do. Fast travel to my ship, yes.
All right, let's get this crate into space.
Exit ship. I don't want to get rid of my TIE fighter, though. I like my TIE fighter. But this stupid-ass bitch here won't leave me the fuck alone so I can... Yeah, we'll assign you to that ship. Wait. Did it just... Why did... What? Why are you assigned to that when I'm on this one? Problem is, I don't want to get rid of it. All right. How do I talk to you?
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
And here's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Federation.
Yeah. View and modify my ship.
Okay,
please.
no problem.
Home ship. Upgrade. And I upgrade the reactor. I'm assuming that's a no. Oh, hyperdrive reactor. There we go. 17 grand. Oh shit. Do we upgrade this one or do we look? We have 111,000. See what we can buy.
Find something you like.
We're not buying that. I already got that. That's causing issues. Rambler 2. Galileo 3. Can't afford that one. Can't afford that one either. Gladius 2. Afford that one. Reactor's better. Engines are a little bit worse, and ballistics are a little bit worse. Grav drive's better, so we can jump further. Shields are better. Well, we might just buy this one. Shield breaker, oh my god, max lasers on that thing. How much is it? Shit. Well, that's not right. There we go. 265,000. Oh shit. Definitely can't afford that. Do we buy this? Do we stick with the ship we got?
Everything
Let's see if I can get where I need to with the ship we have. If I can get where I need to. Oh yeah, we're all right. Jump! Then let me assign her to this ship. So she is assigned. If she doesn't get in my way, she fucks off. And now we should hopefully be able to board this place.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Thanks. I try. Oh my god, little tiny droid. Peaches. Hi, Peaches.
Well, this station's seen better days.
Looking to
wonder
lodge a
if the
complaint?
UC will ever
Then you
fully
want
restore
Imperial
it to its
security,
former
not
glory.
the Imperial fleet.
Well, actually.
Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform. So, what can I do for you?
Reginald Orlais. Heard you might know him.
Orlais. Doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, Jesus.
Anything you can tell me about him?
I don't want to say too much. It's a sensitive mission. He's a former Imperial scientist wanted for war crimes. Now, Sensitive mission.
Suit yourself. Well, I can tell you there's no one on Port Haven by that name. But there has been a rumor about a ship floating out around Etheria. Never docks, doesn't respond to hails. They call it the Warlock. Maybe this Orlace of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location if you want. Just, well, you'll need to be careful. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. More than a few scrappers heading out never came back.
I'll take the coordinates.
Sure thing. Here. This should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Now the question is... There's not...
Hey, what can I do for you?
Ship services right here.
You need to offload? Trade
You manage
Sure.
my
How
ships,
about it?
please. This is probably going to be a stupid idea, but we're going to swap back to this one.
Okay, no problem.
Yep, okay. And then we'll save it. And then when we come back, if it doesn't... Oh, is it not gonna... Well, that would explain why. Can't even get out of into the thing.
Anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
Well, I guess that's what you get when you deal with mods. Alright, let's swap back to this one. Nope, I don't want a shipbuilder. I wanted to upgrade. Should I put... No, because if I do that, I need the better reactor. Fuck it. There's that. Better shields. And what do we got here? I need... Oh, I could put the weapons from the TIE fighter onto this? What that is? Well, shit. Does that mean I can put the reactor that's on there? No. Of course not. I guess that would be asking for too much. Got those on. Engines. Can't do anything with them. Weapon 2. Let's do... Do the cluster missile. That will do the suppressor. Now the problem is I'm not going to have enough power to max all of them out, which is fine. And I can't do anything for a higher reactor than what I've already selected. Okay, how do I pay for it? There we go. Confirm modification. Accept. Oh no, they did max it. Why, how are they maxed out? When I don't have... don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Wick. Over here. Well, how was I able to leave other places?
Pressure normalizing.
Looked like the TIE fighter wasn't big enough, and that's why, because you didn't see the dock like that when we were docking with the TIE fighter. So that's why that was fucking up, because it wasn't technically connected. Alright, well that's my max power for the moment. This is a freaking minefield? I do not want to hit it. I'm here holding S to slow the fuck down. Okay, I need to reload that. My whole ship got fucked. Okay, let's try that again, shall we?
Targets lost their shields.
Savor your last moments, Mot. All systems. Shoot them down. Know that you are nothing.
I want their... No, how do I want their engines destroyed, please. Thank you. Now, can you get rid of their weapons? There we go. Now they can't shoot me. I'm here to take you in, buddy.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Oh, fuck. I guess I gotta use the shotgun.
I lost everything because of the Empire. They will get no more.
Jesus. What the hell's wrong with the guy?
Pilot emergency detected. Hatch override engaged.
Did he have a heart attack? Oh, Jesus.
Error. File deletion cannot be completed. Ending process.
Yeah, there's blood all over the place. I'm assuming he killed himself then. Excuse me, lady. destroy the ship so no one can take it.
Docking seal released.
The hell's the ship? All right. Either I'm missing the ship or the ship, like, oh, there it is. Disappeared. Okay, ship's destroyed. Now no one can have it. At least here I'll be able to get the TIE fighter back on.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay.
Now, I thought I was where I needed to be. Apparently not. Take the elevator. Wants me to go up. Even though that said down. Let me in.
Your friend has to stay here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays?
Yep, he's dead.
I'm not surprised. The man fled every consequence he ever faced. Of course, you don't expect me to just take you at your word, do you?
Your evidence right here, buddy.
Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain.
Thank you.
I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the rebel world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for bioweapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome. Of course, we're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Well, that's it for that. Now we'll go and do the one for the Star Destroyer before we continue that main quest line. First things first, we'll get my TIE fighter back. Guess I need to talk to someone here.
Greetings, citizen. Welcome to the
Or
Galactic Empire.
down below. Oh, Oh, she might be down in the net. Oh, no, it wants me to take the net. This is just taking me back to my ship. I could have just fast traveled. It is. It's taking me right back to my ship.
Need
Hey,
some
buddy.
work done?
Give me my TIE
And
fighter
here's
back.
our new captain. Mike.
Sure, have at it.
Make home ship. Still haven't found any
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need.
Star Wars ships out in the wild that I can claim yet. Open. Why is it not letting me on the ship? Oh, is it bugged out? Alright. I guess we won't be using the TIE fighter. Buddy, my
And
TIE
here's our new
fighter's
captain.
fucked.
Okay, no problem.
How much will you give me for it? Oh, you won't give me anything for it.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Guess we'll go back to using this piece of shit. Because it doesn't bug out like that does.
We have liftoff.
I didn't need to do that. I could have just picked the quest and went to where it wants us to go for the Star Destroyer.
Hell of a view from here.
One thing I do want to drop one is that. Put it into engines. And then we should hopefully still be able to make it where we need to go. Alright, deep cover. Imperial Star Destroyer. Hopefully, this ship will... Oh yeah, we can get there. Go!
I will never get tired of that.
I wish I could claim an Imperial Star Destroyer. How cool would that be? Fly around in a giant Star Destroyer. Yo, who are you? Well, I guess I am on your ship, huh?
Welcome aboard the Imperial Star Destroyer Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
Have about 1 million questions. I can wait for the commander. Here on official business.
This way, please. So you're the Imperial fleet captain that took down that rat ghoul on Tau Ceti? You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Imperial Fleet Captain. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikandi should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Sure, you got those moments. Sure. Coffee.
Hello.
Man, I could have made coffee today. I'm tired.
Howdy.
Ah, there you are. Commander
here I am.
Ikande, Imperial Security Bureau. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Dwala's offer.
Galactic Empire Loyalist. I'm here to do my part for the Galactic Empire. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Excellent. Then let's get right to it, shall we?
Yes, let's.
This is the operations center of the Imperial Star Destroyer Vigilance, the ISB's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Shadow Collective.
Not the Shadow Government. You're gonna need more than one ship to eliminate an entire fleet. Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in. Where is the Vigilance located right now? Yep, you're gonna need more than one ship.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Shadow Collective. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Get me in a room with them and I'll talk them into anything.
Do not overestimate your skills and jeopardize the Empire's goals. You are nothing but a tool that we will do what we please with.
Jesus. Fuck
Our
you, buddy.
intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Shadow Collective through Sayar Sabodin, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Federation on Geonosis, so you'll be using a container of spice we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
You'll probably sniff out a narc from a sector away.
That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Shadow Collective, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
If this is the best plan you've got, we're both in trouble.
Well then, I suppose you'll just have to take your chances. In the meantime, I expect you to follow my orders. To the letter. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Shadow Collective and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
I'm just doing this for the money. I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for the ISB, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Well, can't make any promises.
I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation.
Good.
Now get out of my sight.
You're boring me.
Good luck.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up.
Well, then let's get to it.
While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
So basically you want me to steal from thieves.
Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data pads, sliced systems, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
There's incriminating data out there. I'll find it.
For the sake of the galaxy?
Hell yeah, I'm good at that shit.
That minor skirmish you had with them on Kessel was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Bring you as much evidence as I can find. I've seen my fair share of violence.
Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing.
And what's that?
Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return.
How much?
As compensation for your efforts.
How much? How much? That's the only way I operate.
Yes. Commander Akande mentioned that when he proposed the idea. Lucky you. All right. We've loaded a container of spice into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Geonosis, make contact with Ser Sabodin, and, with any luck, she'll point you to the Shadow Collective. That should do it. You're dismissed. Let me know if you need anything else.
I'll piss off then. Oh, I should have went to the cockpit, not boarded. Fuck.
Off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Oh, we're leaving right away, lady. Who's got time to sit here and play around? Geonosis. See if we get the infinite loading bug. Hoping I was done with this goddamn planet. That one worked. Seems that door's the one that fucks up more than any of the other ones.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
But really? Well, I'm supposed to be coming here.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Spice, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got? The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything. All I'm going to point at is the ceiling with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before the imps catch on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
What if I just blow your brains out?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Of course you do.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice. There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Shadow Collective. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Broken Spear it is.
I can't believe Deimos has a psychologist.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Yeah, we'll give him the sample.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every stormtrooper on Genesis heard you. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Another person that wants something.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
I'll just pay his debt off right now so we can get back to business.
Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Sinar miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
God damn, another freaking errand.
Oh, hi there.
Something I can help you with?
Here to collect the credits you owe.
Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that?
Really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh. Wait.
You mean that Adler?
You mean
yeah,
that Adler?
that one. Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Sinar cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good?
It's not good enough. I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option. I'll be sending your corpse home in a casket.
Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
3,000 credits, huh? Do we attack him? Or do we persuade? Really don't feel like paying off his debt for him. Let's persuade him.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
So choices can range from kind words to distractions to threats. Each choice has a difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the greater the chance the choice fails. But the more points you'll earn when you succeed. You have a limited number of choices you can make, but you can never fail if your last choice succeeded. Well, we'll do a 2-1.
Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know.
Must have some rainy day money stashed somewhere.
Well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Sina shares. I suppose. It's just that, well, I didn't have much of a choice. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Sure you didn't. That's what gaming will do to you kids. Oh, I think we might have hit the infinite loading bug. Yeah, it definitely should have loaded by now. And I didn't save it. Alright, force close. Sure the game's closed completely. Okay. Get rid of the shaders. And relaunch. It usually fixes the bug for a little bit anyway. They're gonna load the game? Hello? 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 There it goes. Jesus. Took long enough. And now we sit here and wait for it to build the shaders. There it goes. I say it usually doesn't take too terribly long. We'll load, guess, the last autosave. Hopefully that was when we were done talking to the dude. No, it wasn't. It was before I talked to him. We gotta go through all that all over again.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Look. Hey.
Oh, that other. Yeah,
I
yeah,
told
that
him
one. Pay now. We'll send you home in a,
Look.
as a corpse.
Perhaps he's...
Persuade. Yep. That
Sure.
one.
I guess I...
That one.
Maybe we can work something. Please.
Thank you. Okay, can you guys get out of my way, please?
If you know anyone in need of food or shelter, please.
All right, and we're gonna save it here before we go through this damn door this time. Don't do it, game. Don't do it. I think we hit it again. One in 6 chance, they say. Yeah, we'll try it one more time. If not, we're probably going to have to call it because I might have to restart the computer for it to work. All right, close Starfield completely. Delete the shaders again. Give it a couple seconds here. We'll try loading it. And let's reload it. We'll sit here forever and wait for it to load again. Well, I think that's a yes. All right, finally loaded. Gonna rebuild the shaders again, then we'll load the save and hopefully pray to the mod gods that it works. All right, here we go. My God, did we get an infinite loading screen just loading into the save? All right, I think I might have to restart the computer for this to start working again. Clear the cache, restart. I'm pretty sure we're just in an infinite loading screen. So we'll just call it here, folks. I was hoping to play a little bit longer, but apparently the game has other plans. I will be live tomorrow. Dune Awakening comes out tomorrow, so we'll be in that. Should not have any issues with that game. Should play just fine. And we won't have issues like this, obviously, because it's not based off of a mod like this is. Hopefully we'll catch you over there. As always, I am Wictincei. This was Entrancingly Mediocre Gaming. Have yourself a good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are at. And we will catch you all later.